So as an engineer, there's a tricky line to walk sometimes where there's this design or this thing that the client really wants, but there's also the code where you have to follow it because as an engineer, you have a responsibility to protect the public and make sure it's safe. So sometimes there's this balance where as an engineer, you have to be creative and try and meet the client's demands, what they want, because they're the one paying, but you also have the responsibility to meet code. So that can be, sometimes it's tricky, but that's part of what makes it fun too. At the end of the day, like, you're trying to solve a problem that keeps both worlds happy. In the instance with surf lagoons, there's not really a quote-unquote code yet for them because they're kind of in this weird in-between with a natural water body that, you know, a natural water body is a large water body that's not necessarily regulated, but people swim in it or go boating or whatever. And then you have a swimming pool, which those are heavily regulated and they have codes and things. And the surf lagoon somewhere in the middle, you know, so, and as they get more and more common and people are trying to build these things, regulating agencies need to figure out what to do. You can't treat it like a pool because it's not a pool, but you can't not have anything because people are in it. So that's something that's on the cusp of happening, is these codes are going to be developed for surf lagoons and large water bodies. And it's fun because we're on a lot of those committees to develop these standards and codes. So we get to be a part of that. But one of the cool things about being an engineer is you spend so much time working and developing a plan, and then the venue finally opens and people start using it, and then maybe sometime you actually get to go there, and maybe with your little kids, and you get to tell them, you know, I worked on this, or I helped build this, or I designed this. You know, that's what I grew up with my dad, where he would go somewhere and be like, I worked on that, or I designed that, or this is the challenge we had here, and this is what we did, you know, and it was always just cool growing up with that. So I hope that, and I can do the same thing with my kids, is just help instill in them a mentality that solving problems is fun, and that they can do it, and that stuff gets built, you know.